I'm just quickly giving the test case name. Okay, once let's try one more time. TC001 objective, for example, to test login functionality. Likewise, we can have the title. We can enter the preconditions, right? URL or something. Right. We can have priority. See, for now here we have normal, low, high. In case of different companies, they have like 1, 2, 3, 4. One is the topmost priority. Likewise, we can set up the priority as well. Okay, then yes, we can enter the label, that is the, for example, TC is for test case. Now see, the second tab is for test steps, right? We can have the test steps. The enter the URL, or we can simply write up visit the URL, right? We can have test data, that the www URL is nothing but your test data. Okay, expected user should able to visit the website, right? Likewise, the Excel data we can replicate over here. Okay, and there are different tabs others, just focus now on the basics. Okay, likewise, we can have multiple steps here as well. Okay, so see, under the test cases we have created the first test case. Okay, so firstly what we have done, we have created the test plan. Okay, then later on we have created the test cases. Likewise, we can have multiple test cases. Okay, here we can just click upon the new, we can enter for example second test case to verify. Okay, verify the login functionality with mandatory details only, with mandatory details. Likewise, we can have precondition, we can enter the basic details. Here we can enter our steps as well. Okay, likewise. Okay, let me check for this. Okay, these are the just display options. Okay, we can have step by step different steps. Okay, for now it is not allowing me to enter another one. Okay, let me check. No, but we likewise in an actual software we can add another as well. Let me save this. Okay, let me go to the test cases. Now here we'll see we have two test cases. Likewise, based upon the requirement, that is the user story, and based on the scenario which we have derived across that, right? We can have positive test cases as well as negative test cases for a particular sprint, right? Okay, sure. Then test cycle is nothing but, okay, then next comes in picture test cycle. Okay, so you can name it, for example. See, you can inside the test cycle, what we can do, we can combine the smoke testing test cases. Okay, for example, in case of test cycle, what we can do, we can combine the smoke testing test cases, right? And here sorry, in the second test case tab, what we can do, we can select the test cases. Okay, which we already we have mapped. Okay, likewise, inside the test cycle we can create different suits. Okay, let me again go to the test cycle. Here you'll see, first, for example, we have created smoke testing suit. Okay, okay, likewise we also have the another suit, that is the regression, for example, test suit. Okay, test suit or test cycle. Okay, fine. Likewise, let me save this suit. Then we can go to the test cases. In case of regression, for example, we need to execute dependent test cases. I'm just selecting the test cases, and test cases updated to the specific test suite. Okay, let me save this. Let me go to the test cycle. See, okay. Okay, let me refresh the board one more time, guys. Okay. Fine. See, first step is for test cases, right? We can create up the test plan from the test plan window. So basically, the this task related to the your TL. Okay, that is the test lead or your team lead, project lead. Okay, so basically these guys are preparing up the test plan, and once this test plan is created, the scope and all is defined inside the test plan, right? So later on we can go ahead and we, based upon the different requirement, we can create a different test cases here. Okay, once we created the test cases, okay, once we created the based on the scenario like positive side, negative side. Okay, from the login perspective, we can have positive scenarios, negative scenarios, and based on that we can derive the list of test cases, right? So once we write up the test cases in the test case window, then later on we can go ahead and we can create the test cycle, that is the test suite, right? Okay, then in the first step what we can do, we can create test suite. Okay, test suite or test cycle. Fine, it test suite is nothing but grouping. Okay, test suite is nothing but grouping of your existing test cases. Okay, existing test cases which we have written over here. Okay, so what are the different groups we can create? For example, based upon our application stability, we can have smoke sanity, right? We can have smoke sanity. Then we can have regression, right? We can have functional test suite, functional test suite. We can have likewise GI test suite. Okay, likewise different test folders we can create, and similar sort of test case we can put up inside the particular suite. Let me one more time go
Right.
to the head. Yes. Okay, so inside the test cycle, likewise we can create different test cycles and similar sort of test cases. We can, let me create one more, that is the functional test suite, for example. Functional test suite, or we can call it cycle as well. Okay, and inside the test cases we can just map up the required test cases only. Okay, likewise we have only two test cases. Based on the feature, based on the requirement, right, we'll be having more number of test cases, and from that particular test cases we already know which are the functional, right, which are the non-functional, which are used for the regression purpose, which can be used for the like on the GUI level. So likewise we can have different test cycles, that is your test suite. Okay, so till here guys we have created three kind of documents. Okay, first one is the test plan. Okay, we can simply create up here. Second thing is the test case. Okay, we can simply click upon new and we can enter the required details. Third thing is, once we created the test case from positive and negative scenario sides, right, then we can group them inside the test suite or test cycle based upon the type of test cases we have written, right? Like on functionality side we can have functional test suite, on GI side we can have GI test suite, for build stability checking we can have smoke sanity test suite. We just need to group up the particular level of test cases, and once we done with the particular sprint we need to go for regression. Means due to any bug fixes or changes, we need to check whether all modules are working properly or not, right? For that purpose we are performing regression, right? So yeah, likewise we can create up the different test cases.